All right, cool. So this week it's, let's see, describing categorical data, proportion, sampling, distribution of a sample proportion. You guys have any questions on the preparation?
Were you guys really confused by it? Because I sure was.
I was a little bit, yeah.
I watched the homework video, like the tutorial one.
Uh-huh.
I thought that was helpful.
Yeah, I just finished that like right before I got on here, and so I thought that helped. But I feel like if we didn't have that video, I probably never would have been able to do the assignment.
Yeah, I feel the same. I mean, I understand it.
But yeah, I felt like the preparation was a lot like more, because I read through the lesson, and the lesson I felt like was kind of like easier to understand than the homework was.
Mm-hmm.
But how do you guys feel about the group quiz?
We can get started, and then if we have questions, we can bring them up when we need to.
Let me just go grab my calculator real quick, and I'll be back.
Okay.
All right, I'm back. Starting the quiz.
Excellent.
In a pie chart, why are the slices different sizes?
I think I put the third one down.
Yeah, each slice represents a category in the area. Of each slice represents a proportion. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Question 4, it's the last one, isn't it?
The only difference between a bar chart and Pareto chart is that the bars in the Pareto chart are ordered largest to smallest.
Wait. Yeah.
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 Right.
I'm pretty sure because, yeah.
So
is P the true proportion or the sample proportion?
I think it's the true.
That's what I was thinking.
Because I think in the video he talked about how the P hat is the sample.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is an N still the sample size?
I think so.
It'd be confusing if it wasn't. Pretty confusing, I mean.
Holy cow, number 7. If P is a quarter, what is the smallest N that satisfies the requirement?
P is a quarter.
So it would have to be greater than 10, right?
Mm-hmm. Equal to or greater than. Would it be 40?
That's what I was thinking.
How did you get that?
Because if you have n times 1/4, which is greater than or equal to 10,
Mm-hmm.
if you did 40, it'd be 40 and then like divided by 4 if you
Right.
kind of multiplied it. And then that would be 10. And it wants to know the smallest measurement or the smallest n
Right.
that would satisfy it. So it would still be equal to.
But you have to, okay. I think that is 40.
For question 7.
Yeah, because I remember from the lesson that you have to make sure that both of like n times p is greater than or equal to 10, and that n parentheses 1 minus p is greater than or equal to 10. So I was just kind of,
Well, isn't the like in section 3.2 in the lesson, 3.2.2, it says that the mean of p hat equals p. But oh wait, does that make any difference, or is? Because the next question is asking the standard deviation of p hat. So is it just kind of a trick question, or?
so if you look at 3.2.1, it says that we can apply the central limit theorem to a sample proportion if both of the following conditions are satisfied. And it gives the two equations. And it says it's very important to check both conditions. If one of them is not satisfied, we cannot conclude that p hat follows a normal distribution. So I think the question is just asking what is the smallest number you can have that satisfies both of those conditions. I think that's what it's asking.
So 40 would be right because it's equal to. And then if you do the p or the n and the 1 minus p, it'd be 30. So it'd still be greater than.
Yeah.
So is number 8 42? 40 also? Or?
I think it's 0.4.
Yeah.
I think that, yeah. Question.
And then the standard deviation is taking 0.4. Or,
That's when we would do the equation, I think.
yeah, for the standard deviation.
Yeah.
But the mean is just equal to p, right?
I think so.
I got 0.1 for number 9.
So speedy. You got what?
0.1.
Did you do the square root of that?
I got
Yes.
I got 0.1.
square root of, and
0.1.
then parentheses 0.4 times, in parentheses 1 minus 0.14, parentheses, divided by 24. I closed my problem. Hit equal, I got 0.1.
What did you get?
I got 0.316. But I worked through the 1 minus 0.14 times 0.4 and then divided by 24. And by doing that, I get 0.01. But that's without doing the square root of, I hadn't done the square root of anything yet. And so when I did the square root of 0.01, I get 0.316.
Let me try that.
The square root of 0.01?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I got 0.1.
Oh, wait.
On my TI.
Oh.
Wait, I think
Let's see.
I did something wrong. Oh, no, you're right. It is 0.1. It's 0.1. I accidentally I think I hit this square root button and then I hit equal again.
Yeah, I think it's 0.1. All right.
What did you get for number 11?
I got 0.046.
Okay.
So number 10 is just 0.3, right? Just like the...
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what I put.
Cool. I was just making sure. What did you get for 11?
0.046.
Yes, I got that too. I got 0.458, so I guess, yeah, 0.46. Let's see, score.
The z-score, I got 1.087.
Yes, I got you.
1.087.
And you did that, like, you did p hat minus p over the square root of how we got p. Yeah, the standard deviation, yeah, okay. Anyways.
I got 0.139 on the probability.
That's what I got too.
Yeah.
Last 3 problems.
We got to talk about the
Oh yeah,
the other thing.
study.
Well, that's not. I mean, it's not due until Saturday, but we can still talk about it today if you guys aren't super busy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At 0.011 or 14.
I forgot to do the square root. I was like, what?
I'm almost there. Hold on. You got 0.001. I think I must have done it wrong. I think I did. Hold on. I'm actually just going to leave it at 0.01.
What would be the value? How would you figure out that value? Would it just be
I just did 0.5.
would that give us less than 50% of the vote?
I think so.
Let's try it.
Yeah, so I did 0.5 minus 0.52 divided by 0.011.
So 14 was 0.011?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I wrote 0.001. I'm glad I fixed that. That's probably why I was getting it wrong. Z-score.
Did you get negative 1.818 for the z-score?
Yeah.
Okay.
What is the probability the survey results will show the candidate is losing even though the true P equals 0.52?
Got 0.035.
That's what I got.
That sounds right. We ready to submit?
Sure.
Oh, I missed one. How did I miss that?
Is it question 10?
Yeah.
I missed it too. Did you miss it, Leah?
Yeah. I'm just looking back at the lesson. It's asking what is P, like the P hat.
Uh-huh.
Hmm.
It says that P is X divided by N.
Oh.
So it wasn't asking for the mean.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's still an A, so I don't know if I want to go through the effort of having to go back and fix it.
I'm good. How was the exam for the two of you?
It's good.
Yeah, it wasn't terrible. It was, I don't know, I was really thrown off that I couldn't take it Thursday. I mean, I could have if I waited till 11 at night, but
Yeah. I took it that night, and it probably wasn't the wisest choice because I didn't get a super good grade on it. I mean, I got an okay grade, but I definitely could have done better.
I went through it and I told myself that once I answered a question, I wasn't going to go back and look at my answers because I always second guess myself and then get it wrong. So it took a while though.
Yeah, same. All right. So I am on the, I guess we could stop the recording, right?
Yeah.
And then we can talk about the,
Mm-hmm.
or should we keep it recorded just for Jodine?
We could.
I'm fine with either way.
All right, I'll just leave it on.
So we have the design the study, or the step 1 is due at the end of this week, and then step 2 is due at the end of week 11. Steps 3 and 4 are due end of week 12, and then 5 and 6 are due by the end of week 13. So they have a Word document for design the study.
Mm-hmm.
And it has to be approved by the teacher, so we can go through, and then we each choose a part to take. And what's nice is there are only 4 parts. So there's one for designing the study, then collecting and describing the data, the make inference, take action, and then the PowerPoint.
We could
But
all
he did.
do which, like, make the slides for what step we did.
That is the last thing. I think it's just making slides for the overall study. These are all due at different times, but we each sign up for one.
Right.
But then it also said that you can ask for help or like ask other members to pitch in, like if it's a bigger part of the study. So you don't have to do everything yourself, but you do have to put it together and turn it in.
Right.
So, I don't know if we each want to take the first 3 steps and then leave the last one for Jody, or she'll be back by the time we get to the second step that's due. They have examples for designing the study, like the research questions you could do. So we just have to answer a bunch of questions about our study.
So we have to come up with a question, a research question. And like what? Oh man, so what do you think would be a good research question?
Well, one of the examples on the thing was, are there 1,000 chips in every bag of Chips Ahoy? Or
do they come in bags? I thought they came in like those tray things.
I don't know.
I guess that's just kind of an example.
Yeah. But I mean, we could just do that. But he did say to be creative on the assignment, so I bet he doesn't want us copying someone else's. I've been thinking about this for the last couple weeks, since we have started talking about it, and I can't think of anything.
Well, I mean, it's kind of like, how are we supposed to do this? How are we supposed to go about our research? It's just kind of interesting. Or are we?
We do have to collect the data. We could think about what kind of tests to do, like the paired sets, like the dependent samples. Those would be like a before and after of something. I don't know.
I feel like doing something like the first 2 examples, like where we can each kind of do the actual research and not have to go out and like talk to people about it.
Because like something on like make a survey and do.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I totally forgot about actually doing that. Like asking people on like Facebook and stuff.
Yeah,
I forgot about that because I do see that a lot actually.
What are you guys going into?
Marriage and family studies.
I'm going into psychology.
Okay, I'm a psych major as well.
Really? I'm thinking about doing my minor in psychology, so I've been taking some classes this semester.
It's the best.
It's pretty interesting.
Yeah, I have an emphasis in health psychology, and it's really interesting.
What semester are you in right now?
This is my 5th semester.
And what about you?
This is my 4th.
This is only my 2nd.
Hey, but you know what you want to do right off the bat? I think I changed my major a few times.
So that's what I was kind of thinking, is maybe if we did something along the lines of what our interests are, like it'd probably be easier to do.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, this is due Saturday.
And it's 6 pages of questions. And, well, I guess the last 2 pages are, what is this?
Okay, so we have to get approval. Hold on. says if you answered yes to the questions in either step 11 or step 12, which is involving human subjects or conducting a survey, we have to go to step 3, or step 13, sorry, and do all of those, get surveyed. We have to get approval. If not, if we don't do a survey or use human subjects, we don't have to go through the process of getting approval. We would have to get approval from our instructor as well as the University Human Subjects Board.
Oh my goodness.
So, I mean, we could still do it. I just don't know how that would affect us, like, time-wise, if they're pretty quick to get things done and approved, or if we...
Yeah, because it says in 18 that we can't collect data until the project has been approved. But I guess that would be for either one, right?
I think so.
Oh my goodness. But 17 says attach proof of registration approval from step 16.
That's if you have
right
participants. Because we don't have to have the data collected until for like 3 weeks. Well, 2 weeks Saturday. So I bet they would get back to us within that period.
Right.
But do we have to get approval and everything Oh, we wouldn't. We just have to design the study, huh?
Yeah.
And then we signed that thing saying that we wouldn't collect any data or do anything for the study until we get approval. So we could do all that before. I mean, what we could do is wait and think about things on Thursday, and then on Thursday we could each come with ideas.
Yeah, and we can, since we've talked about it a little bit, we can even email Jody, and because she said that she may be able to email or like look over the thing and kind of send some suggestions, but yeah, that's kind of, I don't know.
Okay, so I would be willing to design the study, and I could get that in. It's due Saturday, right?
Yeah.
So I would have time this week to do that. Do we want to go through and pick steps now?
To be honest, I'd like step 4. Make the PowerPoint. Not because it seems easy, just because I love PowerPoint.
If you like doing PowerPoints, you can do it, because I know I am not the best.
I've done a lot of PowerPoints in my day. And
Josh, do you have a preference?
No, I'm just trying to think which one would be easier for Jody, because I don't really care.
I think maybe collecting the data might be easier. Especially, well, I mean, I feel like if we did a survey and we made like a link to the survey and stuff, we could all send out their survey, but she could be the one to collect the data from it.
Yeah. And like it said, it doesn't like, I mean, if she wants help with it, we can help her. She's just the one who has to submit it.
Right.
She's just the one who has to submit it.
Yeah, I can do the make inference and take action then.
Okay.
Cool. So if you guys want to, we can, yeah, during our meeting on Thursday, we can go over this a little bit more.
Okay.
But yeah, just keep it kind of been on your mind? Like, what would be a good research question, and like how, the rest of the questions? Because I feel like, once we get a research question, the rest of the questions should fall pretty easily.
Yeah.
Onto line pretty easily.
Okay, I have all the names in. So Jody is step 2, step 3, Josh, step 4, Jared, and then everyone does step 5.
Yep.
Okay. I don't think there's anything else we can do until we decide what we're doing.
Right. All right. I'll stop the broadcast now then.